Hi, welcome to Avi's Kosher Kitchen. It's me, Avi, and you see before me and before you a beautiful piece of meat courtesy of our friends over at Whole Foods. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute, but first, let's say L'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam borei pri hagefim. Have a nice Merlot, Shiraz, something like that in here. It's going to go great with what we're making. We're going to do an Asian-inspired steak salad, which is great when the weather's warm. It's even great when the weather is not so warm. Great for holidays like Sukkot when you're eating outside. And you know, for me, it's great when you just want to eat something really good, but a little bit light. So we're going to start with this beautiful piece of meat, courtesy of our friends over at Whole Foods. This is a ribeye roast. It's really some nice marbly in here. This is 100% grass-fed, no antibiotics, no growth hormones, and 100% pastured. Never out there, you know, doing anything cows don't like to do, doing things cows do like to do, out in the pasture. And as I said, never any grain, 100% grass-fed, which means that it's just they're eating what they're meant to eat. It's eating the food that they're supposed to eat. So we're going to just cut a steak from this because I told you it's a steak salad. It's not a roast salad. You could take this, and maybe it's another video that we'll do, and make a nice little rib roast. But I'm going to just take my trusty knife, and I'm going to slice nice thick piece. This is about 2.5, maybe 3 fingers wide, something like that. We're going to just slice like so. Okay, just slice it right down here. There we go. We have a beautiful steak. This we'll put aside for another time. So let's just put the whole board aside right now because we're going to make a marinade. What you want to do is try to get as much of the air out. So I've zipped up this much of the bag, and now I'm going to zip up the rest now that I've squeezed the air out. Wrap it around. Okay, and this could sit in your refrigerator for a couple of hours. It's 4 hours, 5 hours. You could even let it sit overnight. Just let all that great flavor get into that steak and infuse itself in there. That's what we're looking for. So I'm going to let it sit for just a little bit. And when we come back, we're going to cook the steak, prepare the salad, and we're going to eat some really good food. Be right back. All right, it's been about 4 hours, and this steak, this beautiful steak from Whole Foods, has been marinating in this beautiful sort of Asian sauce. Now, a real Thai steak salad oftentimes calls for fish sauce. Now, in a kosher kitchen, we don't mix fish and meat together. You know, we've always heard we don't mix dairy and meat together, but also we don't put fish and meat together. So I did not use a fish sauce in this. Now I looked up online, you could get a vegan fish sauce. You can make one, there's recipes. It's a lot of potchking, a lot of stuff to do in there. Now, if you don't want to get involved with it, with mushrooms and seaweed and stuff like that. So I opted to not go with the fish sauce. But I've got the steak. You probably see some smoke coming around me because I have got here a screaming hot cast iron skillet. Okay, I'm not doing this steak out on the grill. I'm doing it right here in the skillet. Now this steak looks beautiful. There's the marinade on it. It's very soft. You touch this with your hand, you're like, wow. Now I've got a little bit of grapeseed oil here. You can use a margarine, a very nice organic margarine or something like that. I'm just trying to keep the smoke point high on the oil, okay, because it's so hot. You can also add avocado oil, which is a great way to go. So I've got the oil just in there. I'm going to put in just a hint of sesame oil with it, just to get that Asian flavor going, and the steak goes right in. Look at that. Woohoo! Hey! That's what we want to hear. Beautiful, beautiful sizzle. All I'm going for here is to sear it. What I'm going to do after it's seared is finish it off in the oven, because I want to keep the inside as medium to medium rare as I can make it, and keep the outside nice and seared. Look at that, nice sear on this side. We flipped it. We're going to sear the other side. Now bear in mind, we put those Scotch bonnet peppers in there. Use a Thai chili pepper if you want. You don't have to use the pepper at all if you don't want any of that heat. But that smoke that's coming out, it's got a little bit of that that pepper going. I feel like I've been pepper sprayed or something. Okay, so you can see I flipped it. Both sides are nice. I put the marinade right into the pan. The heat is off, by the way. I shut the heat off. These cast iron skillets retain heat so nicely, so evenly. I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. The steak is still not cooked. It's just seared. I've got here a probe thermometer, okay? Right now you can see it's a pleasant 79 degrees here in my kitchen. I'm going to take the probe. I'm going to insert it into the steak. Now, the steak is about so thick, I'm only going to put it in about that much, just at an angle right here in the meaty part. We're going to let it cook up to 133 degrees. Be a nice cross between medium rare and medium. And that way, when we slice it, hopefully it should all be very uniform. I'm going to put this in the oven, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to do our salad. Be right back. Okay, I've got my my salad here, just a nice salad. The steak's in the oven. Take a couple little grape tomatoes, just put them in half. Now, in my salad, I use a little bit of romaine, a little bit of, I don't know, whatever kind of greens my wife buys. She loves all these organic stuff and stuff like that. We put that in here. But what good is a salad without a dressing or some cucumber in there? We're going to add to that in a minute. You can put carrot in there, whatever you want that you like. If there's something you don't like, don't use it. Not a big deal, okay? For our dressing, I'm going to make a little bit of a vinaigrette. I have here a little bit of coconut oil. This is coconut oil. I want to keep that kind of Thai theme going. And I'm going to be out with the steak, and let's see how this whole thing comes together in a minute. Okay, so the steak is out. Here it is. Take a gander at this. Beautiful, nicely seared, the whole bit. I'm going to slice this. I got my salad here. Okay, first I want to take my my vinaigrette, mix that up a little bit more, and just drizzle right on top of the salad first. My vinaigrette. Now those nice fresh herbs are getting in there. Hey, you want to kick this up a little bit? Let's grab some more of these fresh herbs and just sprinkle them right direct into the salad. It's just an unexpected flavor that's going to happen in there, okay? And we're going to just cut this like so. Oh, look at that. Nice, all the way through. Medium rare. This is this beautiful rib steak, courtesy of our friends over at Whole Foods. And I'm going to take a little bit of green onion, just right on the top of that. And just to give it a little bit of a finish, I'll take a little bit of ginger, grate it just over the top, just a little bit like so. There we go. A beautiful Asian-inspired steak salad, perfect for me at least, for summertime, for wintertime, for any time. But I love this on Sukkot because you could actually cook the steak right by your sukkah. Have your salad out there, slice it up right on top. It's also excellent served cold. Make it the day before, don't slice it the next day, and you're gonna be good to go. You're gonna be just loving this. So all I could say is one more time, I want to thank our friends over at Whole Foods. You know, this is, in my opinion, arguably the best and healthiest meat you could buy. No growth hormones, no antibiotics, 100% pastured, 100% grass-fed. Really, really, really beautiful meat. You can see how nice and easy it cooks, and if you could feel it, which if you buy it, you will, you're gonna feel how tender it is, and that's such a plus, especially, you know, we used to hear in grass-fed, "Ah, I heard that stuff." Not this food, not this meat. It's really nice, tender, beautiful, and makes a beautiful salad. So until next time, happy eating, and see you next time. L'chaim.